Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Springbox AI, a new app introduced to the App Store that claims to revolutionize trading with an AI algorithm. Let's get right into it. So before we get into actually reviewing the app, let's look at the ad campaign they posted on YouTube so we can get a better idea of what the purpose of this app is specifically. So automatically, right off the bat, we notice three things about what we're being presented. The whole idea is number one, you're fully in control of what you do with your trades. This app is just a suggestion app to tell you what potential opportunities you have to enter in stocks that are going to yield high percentage gains. Number two, they're going for a very specific aesthetic. This aesthetic that I see here, I would think because of the bright colors, the way everything is organized, it's more targeted towards someone who's a little bit younger, which are those kind of traders who would think that an AI algorithm could make predictions that would yield gains. Because I don't know if experienced traders would rely on an app this heavily, knowing that there's a lot of risk in an algorithm making decisions for them. And I would say number three, that this app looks very promising. The marketing here, it's very effective. It looks attractive. It would make you download the app. It made me download the app and it made me curious. Now let's actually see what the app looks like in action. So when you first get into the app, the first screen that you see is the market screen. There are a couple of key things to note here. These are market movers, really popular stocks that are trading. Blue indicates that the price is going up, and the orange is indicating that the price is kind of going down. Now, you have a watch list feature, which allows you to pin certain stocks that you want to look at, and it shows you the movement of these stocks over time. This is not anything unusual for a stock trading app. Yahoo Finance does it, and a bunch of other stock trading apps does it. But the most important part of this, obviously, is the main component, the predictions, the forecasts. So if we go to stocks, we can see Springbox AI's performance over 2021, over year to date, over the last year. And so we can see what trades it's made recently and its percent gain or percent loss on those trades up until now, up until this point. We can see a lot of trades have lost money, a good amount of trades have made money. For example, this Zoom trade, and it shows us the target price, where the algorithm bought in, where the algorithm sold, at what date, at what time. So this is really specific information that helps the trader understand how this app actually works. Now, the app also has live forecasts, and those three little dots on the bottom show the confidence of the algorithm on whether the prediction is actually going to be right or wrong. And then there are long and shorts. For example, this Apple prediction here, and this is what you get in the formatting of a prediction from the algorithm. Again, it looks really, really good. The color combos are nice. I would want to see more predictions for indices, forex, commodities, ETFs, and stuff like that, because that was kind of lacking even when when I was testing this in market. And then another really cool feature is this news feature. I know a lot of stock apps have news features, but this specific news feature is just designed so well with the coloring. It looks amazing. It's giving you relevant news based on your watch list. So really solid features here by Springbox AI. A few things to note here. This app is by no means perfect. I encountered a good amount of glitches, not even pre-market. After 9:30, because I'm in Eastern time, after 9:30, there were no predictions for short stocks all day. So that part of the prediction column was missing. So the only predictions that existed for stocks were longs. There were no predictions for ETFs today, and there were no predictions for commodities, and there were one or two predictions for forex. Either the app is glitching and there are just a bunch of glitches that the developers need to fix, or the commodities, ETFs, and forex features have not been developed to a certain extent and they need more time to be developed. And that's totally fine. Now let's get into our 4 different categories on how we're going to rate this app, and I'll tell you if you should spend $50 a month on this app. Let's get right into it. The app is really well done in terms of the design. The aesthetic is perfect. It's a lot different than the boring Yahoo finance purple and white or the Charles Schwab light blue and white. It's really new. It's a new aesthetic in finance. It's not just this boring white screen with a bunch of numbers. It makes trading look fun. And I like that about this app. And there's not a lot of apps out there that make trading look fun. So for design, 10 out of 10. All right. So now the next category we're going to be talking about is functionality. How well does this app work? So I talked about some of the glitches in the app. I will say a couple of things. Relying strictly on this app to make decisions about your portfolio is not going to end well. This app is not proven. It's been out for less than 2 years. I would not rely on this app very heavily. There are some trades where Springbox AI, the algorithm that they're actually employing, makes really, really good decisions. And may that be by chance or by the skill of the developers in creating an effective algorithm, you need to rely on your own due diligence to make decisions on whether you want to trade a stock. So functionality, I would give it a 6 out of 10. For the glitches, for kind of the unreliability, we saw a couple of trades that I'm going to put out on the screen that lost users a good amount of money, and for the fact that the ETFs, commodities, and Forex weren't really filled out yet. So 6 out of 10 for functionality. Trading is complex, as I said before in the previous category of functionality. I will say that the relevance of the app, the ability for the app to educate the user on the difference between long and short trades, the news functionality that Yahoo Finance has, but the way the news is displayed, the notifications you get every time something is going on with a company, which you also get with other apps. But this specific app, I will say, it will help you improve your knowledge of trading stocks. Will it necessarily make you a better trader? I'm not going to make that guarantee. The ad that we watched previously a couple minutes ago does make that guarantee, but I will say this app has the potential to improve your trading game and improve your trading knowledge. So for relevance, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I personally think that paying $50 a month for something that isn't proven yet seems a little bit ridiculous. And that gives us the price category. Now, for price, there are a couple of things to factor in. Number one, is it affordable for the average person getting into trading, whose average portfolio is this amount? Number two, are you going to be able to generate the money you pay every month based on the algorithm's decisions? And number three, what other solutions exist in the market? Are they paid or are they free? So, number one, $50 a month equates to $600 a year. Is that affordable for the average person? I would think so. It seems a little bit on the higher end. The second thing is, would you be able to generate the amount of money you're paying each month for the use of this algorithm? I think with a certain volume of trading, you would be able to pay back the $50 each month and not really have to worry about taking more money out to pay for this app. So it's not unrealistic to assume that using this algorithm would allow you to pay for the subscription without taking money from a different bank account and only using your portfolio. And number three, this is the real main argument, is that there are other solutions that use algorithms. There are other solutions that give you insight on stocks that just do a better job and you don't have to pay. Now, they don't have this inbuilt AI algorithm, but again, as users, we know very little on how this algorithm is making decisions. I personally have worked with neural networks and other machine learning algorithms, and I can tell you, every time I read an article that talks about predicting the stock market, I cringe because no one knows how to predict the stock market. The stock market, regardless of news, is extremely unpredictable. We've seen that with current events. We've seen that with recent events. And that's why there are hearings for stocks that went ballistic. So again, the stock market cannot be predicted by an algorithm. And making decisions on trades is something you need to make yourself. So price, I would say it's a 2 out of 10. $50 a month seems quite ridiculous. Okay, so we talked about graphics and design. We said that was a 10 out of 10. We talked about functionality and we said that was a 6 out of 10. We talked about relevance and how that app would be able to serve the user, and that's a 7 out of 10. And we talked about price, and that's a 2 out of 10. Which means the final score out of 40 is a 25 out of 40. Now, I will say there's a lot of room for this app to improve. Just because the initial price is set at $50 doesn't mean it's not going to come down. It also implies that maybe the developers will spend a little bit more time looking at the app. Hopefully the developers watch this video and try to fix some of the things that are wrong with the app. But I will say this is a really, really cool approach to trading, and I'm excited to see what Springbox AI does in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe down below and hit the like button. It greatly helps the growth of the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.